Hi, I'm Angela Couch from Career Inspiration, and today I want to share a story with you about one of my clients. She has recently been working in a job where she suffered burnout and she resigned and she took a couple of months off work, and I congratulated her for that. Rather than just jumping from one fire straight into another, she actually took some time and a couple of months out to just recover, recuperate before she was ready to rejoin the workforce. But what I want to talk about was, how did she get to burnout? Why did it happen in the first place? She is an employee who was a very high performer, loves her job, loves the industry, wants to stay in the same space, same industry, and another role very similar. What was wrong for her was the culture and the way she was treated by her managers. Her biggest problem was essentially neglect. She was there for 6 years. And for 2 very long periods in that 6 years, she had no manager. Anytime she wanted to have a performance review to discuss her career goals, to discuss how well she'd achieved her projects and targets that had been planned for her, she had to ask for them, and she had to find someone to have that communication with, find someone who would actually be interested in helping her figure out what comes next, what her future goals would be. Also, annual pay reviews. She was used to, in her career, getting annual pay rises. In this last company, every year she had to ask for it. She found it disrespectful, she didn't feel valued, she didn't feel seen, and eventually that eroded her confidence in terms of, why am I here? How am I contributing to the bigger picture? What is the point of me being part of this organisation if I don't know how I fit in and I don't know the value and worth of the work that I'm doing? So every now and then she'll get reminded, oh yes, no, you're doing very well. She knew she did a good job. She wasn't insecure or doubtful. It was just not getting the feedback she needed from managers that she was used to getting in her last job. It was having that guidance, that overarching big picture of going, this is where the company's heading. This is what we want to achieve in the next 12 months, in the next 3 years. And this is the part that you play in making that happen. It was the feeling included and feeling like she was part of something bigger than herself. Knowing she was very good at what she did, but wanting to know how that had an impact on the bigger whole, not just her little world. So she, in the end, resigned because she just simply wasn't getting the response she wanted from managers. As I say, she was left twice without any manager to report to, which left her feeling a bit directionless, neglected, and undervalued. And she didn't like having to ask for a pay review every year. So why am I telling this story? What I want you to know is, when you're in this situation, I've come across it so many times in my career working in HR, but when you're stuck in that situation, it can be a very isolating process. Feeling neglected is not fun, it's not nice, and it is isolating. And you don't want to feel like you have to ask for things that you feel really should be given. So in terms of how can you help yourself in that situation, my best advice is to keep the communication channels open. Learn who you need to talk to, learn who you're going to get results from, and find a way to articulate, this is what I need going forward. And if the employer won't give you what you need, don't stay there. Don't stay there for years on end and let it erode your sense of worth in terms of feeling undervalued. If the employer won't change and they won't give you the resources and attention that you need, find someone that will, especially when you're a high performer, you're good at what you do, you love what you do. Don't let something like poor management erode your love and passion for your favourite career. So how can I help you with that? I can help you figure out what it is you want to say, what it is you want from your next employer, and how to articulate that to make sure that instead of repeating that same scenario with your next employer, you're actually able to articulate and focus, this is what I want, rather than talking about what it is I don't want. And that's where a career coach can really help you turn your head from focusing on what was wrong in the last job and focusing on what it is you want to receive in your next job. So if you do need help with this kind of thing, reach out to me. I'm happy to offer a free initial consultation. I'd love to have a chat with you.